Guys, what's up? So last year I went off-roading in my Bronco, and this has actually been an issue since I've actually had the car, at least with this exhaust on it. My dual exhaust I have on it now. Is every time I go off-roading, I break an exhaust hanger. So like last year, I actually broke both exhaust hangers on one side. So my whole thing was flopping around, and like the whole exhaust was being held up just by the header, and it was banging around. And I actually, good thing I had some ties in the back of the Bronco, like something like what are those, like the clamps, the clamp ties, you know, like the what are they called, like ratchet straps. So I was able to ratchet the exhaust back in place and off-road for the rest of the trip. But yeah, every time I go off-roading, man, I break an exhaust strap somewhere, you know, and so I'm always having this rattling around and stuff. So I thought I'd try you know, something that's more of a flexible thing. And like, even though there's some rubber on my the thing where I'll show you in a couple seconds where it's at, but there's like rubber on it. But I wanted more of a strap that would am I missing a bolt here? Looks like I am. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I've actually had these for a while. I've had them for a few months. So, I thought I only ordered 2, but I don't know if this is 3. 3 in there. Ooh, just dropped it right there. So, same thing. Oh, let me grab that bolt real quick. So yeah, look at these things. I guess what I liked about these was they're adjustable, and it had like this rubber piece, like right in the center right there. So this would give it more flex, you know, and hopefully not break. I guess like the flexing of the Bronco, like on these off-roading trails, is just too much for my clamps. So I mean, every time I've come back, I've had to re-weld them and spot back into place and fix them while other pieces in there. I don't know, it's weird. I thought I ordered 2. I don't know if they give me 3. I actually bought 3, but I don't think I would have bought 3. But yeah, these actually just they just grow my exhaust. So I gotta cut out the old ones and put these ones in, or at least find a way to get those in there. Yeah, I guess I got 3 of them. Alright, so I gotta go back under the car. I'm only gonna put 2 on there. I'm gonna keep the 2 rear ones exactly the same. And those ones always break anyways, but I need to at least have some sort of like some stable hanger in there, you know, that's not going to snap, you know what I mean? So I'm going to give these a try, and I'll be off-roading here in about a month or so. Just trying to get everything dialed in before I go. And hopefully I won't have to at least, you know, ratchet strap my exhaust back in place. But what's funny is like when it rattled them, when my whole when my exhaust pipe broke, both hangers broke on one side, and it was being held up by the headers, it started actually loosening the header bolts. So I started getting an exhaust leak, and I was like, what the hell's going on here, man? My engine started getting all loud, and so that's when I went out and realized that, shit, my exhaust pipe is just hanging there and bouncing around everywhere. So, okay, cool. So I'll give this a shot, and I'll go down to the car, and I'll show you what I have now and what I'm hoping to do with this thing. So, all right, cool. Hopefully you can see this. I have a hanger right here, and it snapped right there before. It snapped. Well, actually, this number one snapped down here, but this other side had on the last off-roading trip, this one snapped right here, and it also snapped in the back, right there. I don't know if you can see that, my finger, but the hanger right there. So this thing was just totally rattling around. So this bar right here, this originally was put in the Bronco by the guy I got it from, and originally he had some kind of like shocks going to the, see this thing right here? He had like some like little shocks going to the back of this, like there were like some tiny little ranchos that were kind of hooked up to the back axle back there, axle housing. So I guess I'm gonna have to find a way if I can cut these off. I'm gonna cut these off and hopefully get these little old hangers out of there, and this one will be more of a pain in the ass, it looks like, because this one I can just cut right here, right there. And I'm actually going to have the straps mounted to this thing right here, this bar up here. And yeah, I mean, I do live near the beach, so I get tons of rust. I mean, I'm like right in the salt air. So, okay, so I'm gonna get those things cut off, and I'm gonna get those straps on there, and we will see. All right, cool. So hopefully I won't have to worry about these things coming totally undone, you know, the next trip or ever again, hopefully. All right, guys. Pain in the ass. So I got it off with a combination of my sawzall, my air chisel, and my die grinder. So, yeah, I wanted to open that up, but the reason why it was kind of nightmare is I was trying to get the strap that came around here off, so it actually it wouldn't interfere with the new strap that I'm doing there. So I got that off. So, and I don't think I put any holes in the muffler, so that's where there was welds here, and kind of dug into it a little bit there with the air chisel, but all right, so I got to cut that off too, that old mount bracket off there. All right, hope you can see this. I don't think I'm zoomed in. Okay, I'm already zoomed out. Okay, next step is to get these thing cut off and the new brackets prepared. So, all right, I have these laying around. These are stainless steel, like they're little loops, but it seems like they would fit perfectly right in those holes. I can maybe just wrap it around that steel right there, so I can. It's not going to be a permanent. I can actually adjust it if I have to, up or down, or I mean, I don't have the welding in place. But okay, cool. I'll try that. See if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll have to weld a bolt through. All right, guys, done with this thing. So that's the little. I don't know what the things are called, like U-bolts, I guess. And then you have that rubber, like kind of like a dampener there, separation between the metal. And that's what I'm hoping it's going to give me a little bit more flex. Hopefully it won't snap. And actually that rubber might tear, who knows. I mean, I don't do extreme off-roading, but I do go in some pretty gnarly trails. But yeah, I'm going to paint this whole thing because I live down here at the beach, and I'm actually sitting in the ocean breeze here now, so yeah, with that ocean breeze comes salt air, so things like rust in 2 seconds. So I'm going to paint all this exposed metal. This looks like it's bare metal too, so get that painted up. And actually that's cool. I didn't even think about it, but since I have that third hanger, I'm just going to keep it in the back of the Bronco in case one of these snaps, I can at least have a spare, I guess. And the cool thing is I'll be able to get it off pretty quickly because it's not welded in anywhere, so you know, that'd be cool, I guess. But I guess this might not apply to everybody that has a Bronco, because most of you probably don't have this thing right here, this custom bar that came across, the shock bar this guy originally put on there. But at least you guys can see the clamps I have. That might give you some ideas on if you're having the same problem I did. It just was frustrating, you know, like every time I went off-roading I would have a bouncing muffler. You know, either be bouncing in the back or be bouncing here, or fighting this for about a 10-year period. So hopefully this will get it fixed. All right, cool. Thanks.